The Tools API is a set of interfaces we provide that lets you write plugins or add-ons for the IDE itself. We view the Tools API as key because it lets you, or anyone, extend the IDE. If you find something that you want to be different or you think could be done better, you can write code that lives in the Delphi and C++ Builder IDE and implements that. The Tools API is very comprehensive. You can write new dockable windows, you can access the debuggers, you can write a different code completion engine, you can add a new options dialog page. Pretty much whatever you want to do, the Tools API lets you do it. That's why it matters to the future of Delphi, because we believe helping you write tools and improve productivity or customize your working environment is important. I said the Tools API is very comprehensive, and it is. But until 11.3, there was one area it didn't give much access to: the code editor. And the code editor is a really useful place for plugins because it's the main place you interact with and see information. Lots of plugins work in the IDE's code editor, but they currently all use hacks to access it, and that can also reduce the IDE's stability. So in 11.3, which is a quality-driven release, we have a new feature that will help improve stability as plugins move away from hacks towards using the new official API. Plus, it's a really powerful API to use. The new interfaces live in toolsapi.editor.paz. There's a vast amount of information you can query about the editors and their contents, about what is visible on screen and drawn where, which I'm simply not going to show today because of time. There's also a wide variety of events. You can have events called when scrolling, resizing, when regions are collapsed, and so forth. We have extensive documentation showing how to use these that will be made live when 11.3 is released, and that includes 3 demo apps. I'm going to show you only one demo app today. Here I have a method in a plugin that's called when the editor is painting text. That is, painting the syntax highlighted code on screen. You can use this event to change or completely replace the code that's painted. First, to change it. Comments are green, and maybe I think that's boring, they should be red. So this intercepts before the editor does its painting, sets the font color to red, but does nothing else. That means the editor goes on to do its default painting, but you've changed the font color it will use when it paints. Let's have a look. There are lots of green comments on screen. What happens when I install the plugin? And there we go. Now let's do something a bit more dramatic for the editor. Override its painting completely. Let's say I'm a fan of Leonardo da Vinci, who famously wrote everything reversed. And I think that all the reserved words, like procedure, begin, end, if, else, and so forth, should be highlighted and written backwards. To do this, I'll paint the text myself, and then after that set allow default painting to false to tell the editor that I've painted, so there's no need for it to do any painting at all. Let's try that. Beautiful! All those reserved words are drawn backwards and highlighted. This is a great productivity boost if you're a Renaissance-era artist, not so much for the rest of us, but you can see from this demo that you can do anything you want in the editor. In fact, this demo shows only a small amount of what you can do. It's such a good API that we changed some of our editor features to use this API too. Both Error Insight and Matching Highlighted Words both use it. We got a good performance boost by doing that as well. This small demo is one of 3 that we ship in 11.3, and the other 2 demos are even cooler. There's comprehensive documentation of the new API as well. We hope third-party plugins switch to it to improve stability, and also because it's so flexible and you can do so much, we're really looking forward to seeing what you create with it.